Good morning, everyone. This is Saujanya working as Assistant Professor in CSC Department at GRAT. In this lecture, we are going to learn about the next topic in the virtualization, that is types of virtualization. Here we are having the different types of virtualizations: desktop, server, storage, network, or application virtualization. In this diagram, we are also know that how many types of virtualizations again: hardware or server virtualization. In that, we are having subtopics also there: full virtualization, partial and para virtualization. Next one is the network virtualization, storage virtualization, memory, software, data, and desktop. On that one, each virtualization we are having the subtopics also. Then we will learn each and everything. First and first type of virtualization is that server or hardware virtualization. This virtualization is also known as that hardware assisted virtualization, or we can also call it a server virtualization. It runs on the concept that an individual independent segment of hardware is made up of multiple smaller hardware segments or servers. Consolidates multiple physical servers into virtual server that run on a single primary physical server. Each small server can host a virtual machine, but the entire cluster of servers is treated as a single device by any process requesting the hardware. The hardware resource allotment is done by the hypervisor. Here, some subtypes in this server virtualization is that full virtualization, emulation virtualization, and the last one is para virtualization. Full virtualization is that guest software does not require any modifications since the underlying hardware is fully simulated. Emulation virtualization is the virtual machine simulates the hardware and becomes the independent of it. The guest operating system does not require any modification. Para virtualization is the hardware is not simulated and the guest software runs their own isolated domains. Next one is the software virtualization. It involves the creation of an operation of multiple virtual environments on the host machine. It creates a computer system with complete hardware that lets the guest operating system to run. Example for this one is run Android OS on a host machine natively using a Microsoft Windows, utilizing the same hardware as the host machine does. Next is subtypes: operating system virtualization, hosting multiple OS on the native OS; application virtualization, which hosts the individual applications in a virtual environment which separates from the native OS; service virtualization, hosting the specific process and services related to a particular application. Then memory virtualization. This is a physical memory across the different servers is aggregated into a single virtualized memory pool. It provides the benefit of an enlarged continuous working memory. Example: some OS such as Microsoft Windows OS allows a portion of your storage disk to serve as an extension of your RAM. Subtypes are application level and the operating system level. The application access the memory pool directly, whereas the operating system will access the memory pool is provided through an operating system. Next one is the storage virtualization. Multiple physical storage devices are grouped together, which then appear as a single storage device. Then what are the advantages with the storage virtualizations are homoge- homogenization of storage across the storage device of multiple capacity and speeds. Reduce the downtime. Load balancing is very important here. Load balancing and better optimization of performance and speed. Example: partitioning your hard drive into multiple partitions is an example of virtualization. Here in this we are having the two subparts: block virtualization and file virtualization. In this block virtualization, multiple storage devices are consolidated into one. File virtualization is nothing but storage system grants access to the files that are stored over the multiple hosts. Then data virtualization. It allows to manipulate the data. The data is present as an abstract layer completely independent of data structure and the database systems. It will decrease the data input and formatting the errors. Next one is the network virtualization. Here in this one, multiple subnetworks can be created on the same physical network, which may or may not is authorized to communicate with each other. This enables the restriction of the file movement across the networks and enhance the security. This allows better monitoring and identification of data usage, which lets the network administrator scale up the network appropriately. It also increases the reliability as a disruption in one network does not affect other networks, and the diagnosis is easier. Here subtypes are internal network and external networks. Internal network enables a single system to function like network, whereas the external network consolidation of multiple networks into a single one or segregation of a single network into multiple ones. Last one is the desktop virtualization. The most common form of virtualization for any regular IT employee. The user's desktop is stored on a remote server, allowing the users to access his desktop from any device and from any location. Employees can work conveniently from the comfort of their home. Since the data transfer takes place over secure protocols, any risk of the data theft is minimized. So, we generally know that the desktop virtualization is most common form of the virtualization for IT regular employees. Here it can be easily transfer the data from one place to another place by using secure protocols. Here we are having the diagram like virtual desktop we can access with the desktop PCs, tablets and laptops. So hope everyone understood the types of virtualization. Thank you.